In other words, take action. If you do nothing, you get nothing. What's going on? Welcome back to the DreamLion YouTube channel. My name is Devontae James, and today we're going to talk about how to pick our side hustle. Oftentimes, people share different passive income opportunities with us and don't give us the roadmap to how to decide which one we should go to. So that's something I want to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about the different steps that we have to take to get there, as well as the numbers when it comes to passive incomes and what they look like and what people are projecting them to be in the future. If you're somebody interested in earning a passive income, check out the 15-day Business Builder Challenge down in the description below. The first question that we have to ask, that everybody's going to ask, that everybody always asks, I only say this because I know because I've asked it, is what steps do I take to pick my side hustle? I had no idea. There were so many times where I'm sitting here, I'm trying to figure out what it is I want to do, but I don't know what steps to take to figure out what I should be in. So I'm going to give you the 5 steps that I took for me to decide what it is that I wanted to be in, which is clearly content creation and as well as affiliate marketing. The first thing I did was assess my skills and interests. I had to assess the things that I was interested in. The second thing I did was identify the target market. Who is the audience that I'm trying to reach? The third thing I did was evaluate my time and commitment. What time am I willing to spend on this side business to get me to where I want to be? And these kind of go hand in hand, which is the fourth one, is consider your financial goal. I have to figure out the time of commitment because I have to be able to put the time in to reach my financial goals that I'm trying to reach. The last thing is, and the most important, is you have to test your ideas. In other words, take action. If you do nothing, you get nothing. I think we all know that. So if you go through all of these different steps and you decide not to take action, I can't help you and neither can anyone else. You have to be willing to take action. So let's go ahead and dive into these 5 different steps into detail and we'll talk about them a little bit more. When I talk about assessing your skills and your interests, I'm talking about different things that you have knowledge in, your different hobbies that you like to indulge in, the things that you have passion for. What is something that you know or things that you know of that you feel like you can share knowledge with people because it's something that you've studied, you've looked at, you've played, or you've done over and over and over again. There's many different things out there that people have. There's different skills and interests that all people have that they can use to leverage it. 34% or 1 in 3 Americans have a side hustle. I mean, when we're sitting here, we're talking about these things, you are not the minority. They are. If you're rolling with the crowd, I can tell you that you're probably going the wrong way. You just have to figure out what yours is. And once you figure out that, figure out a way that you're able to market it in a way that you can share with people that they'll be willing to listen and want to listen. The next one that we talked about that I want to bring up is identify your target market. You can come up with the best niche in the world. You can figure out exactly what your passions are and your exact hobby. But it doesn't matter if you're doing something such as drawing on cartoon characters from Disney Plus and you're trying to market it to 85-year-olds. It's never going to work. You have to figure out your target market. Who is it that you're trying to reach? Whoever your audience is going to be, you have to figure that out before you even step into doing anything. No matter what it is, who's the audience? Who are the people you're trying to market to? The next thing you have to do is evaluate the time of commitment. How much time are you willing to put into whatever craft that you're getting ready to jump into? Whatever that side business is, how much time are you willing to dive into it? Are you willing to sit down for 2 hours straight and really build your business or really build your side income or side hustle, whatever it is? If it's something that's just passive, that you're really just trying to make on the side of your job, it's nothing, you just want some little fun money to play with, you can spend an hour a day on it and earn some money, yeah, but it's going to take a little bit longer. If you're somebody and you're trying to replace something with your daily income, with your job, then you're going to have to spend a little bit more than just 2 hours a day. It might have to be 3 to 4 hours some days here or there, but you have to be willing to dive into that time and set aside time to make sure that you're able to be successful. The next thing you have to do is consider your financial goals. You have to have some type of goal. 43% of full-time workers say they have a side hustle. So there's 43% of the people in the world right now that are saying like, this job is not enough. And it's not. So what are you going to do to counteract inflation? You should have a financial goal because there's a place that you want to reach. You're not just doing this for fun. It's simply about serving people and helping people. And that's why you have to pick something you're passionate about, that you love, that you have knowledge on. Because if you can pick something like that, then when you're giving knowledge and you're giving these things away and you're talking to people about it, it's just like you're doing your everyday life. The last thing I told you to do that's the most important is you got to take action. You have to move. You have to get going. You have to be able to say, okay, it's time for me to do this right now. It's time for me to take these steps right now. There's no more waiting. If you're going to sit there and go through all of these steps, take your time, and then say, I'm going to start next year, you're going to forget about it and nothing's going to happen. There's no reason to even try. So if you really want something and you really want to have a passive income or a side hustle, take action. Take the first step necessary. The first, whatever you do is going to be awkward. You've never done it before, but that's okay. It's okay for it to be awkward. It's okay for it to be weird. It's okay for it to be hard. We never know what's going to happen. So you have to be willing to take those steps. 83 million of Americans will perform a side hustle in 2027 compared to the 57 million that's already doing it. So either you're going to get with it or you're going to get left. And that's not everybody in America, but that's a lot of people in America that's going to be jumping into side hustles to really make this money. And when I say this money, I'm saying the US side hustle market value is 2.58 trillion. Are we really wrapping our mind around that? Around the money that's moving around in these side hustles? The different things you're able to jump into to get a piece of that change. We're talking about the 1%, and the 1% is here. The 1% is doing side hustles. They're not building big businesses. There are some. You can have part of the 2.58 trillion, but you have to want to. Either way, you're going to be a part of the 2.58 trillion in some way, shape, or form. You're going to be somebody that's going to be taking some of that money, or you're going to be giving away the money. You have to decide which one you want to be. Passive income is not for everybody. I told you this last time. Maybe you want it, maybe you don't. It is what it is. Many times people ask us, what do we want to do when we grow up? How are we supposed to know that? The question that people should be asking is, how do you want to live when you grow up? You don't get into thousands and thousands of dollars in debt. All I can tell you is follow the steps that I've given you so that you're able to figure out whatever side business or side hustle that you want to jump into, so that you're able to be successful in whatever niche that you want to jump into as well. And you have to find the tools that's going to help you. I gave you the 5 steps just to get started, but you have to be willing to invest in yourself so that you're able to get the necessary information that you need to, so that you're able to grow your business to the scale that you want to grow it to. Remember, whatever it is that you decide to do, you have to take action. You take the 5 steps and you want to roll with it, take action. You want to go to college, take action. No matter what it is you're doing in your life, you have to take action. Fear is not an option. We have no fear. We walk with our chest held high and we take on everything right to the chin. It is what it is. That's life. That's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please share this video. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.